just making a video to document our stay here.
Documenting your stay, huh?
Here
Right.
in Bouse. This location is about 5 miles from where we're parked, so it's ideal. And these guys are always handy and professional and friendly. And that's not a bad price, $3.09 when I use my credit card. This tank will take about 9.2 gallons, somewhere in there. Propane is our source for heat, for cooking, for hot water. You can see we have an onboard large 25-gallon propane tank. However, you can also see that I have an attachment that allows me to run propane into the motorhome from an external tank. The reason for that is I don't want to have to move my motorhome to go get propane. This allows me to just take the tank down to the local propane distributor, and I don't have to move the motorhome. I have a large 10-gallon tank and then a smaller 5-gallon tank. The 10 gallons currently will last me about 10 days. The 5-gallon tank is there only to send propane into the coach when I am taking the 10-gallon tank to get it refilled. We have 2 appliances in our motorhome that use the majority of the propane. This is one, our propane heater. We could use our furnace, but there are 2 negatives to using the furnace. One is the noise that it makes. It wakes me at night if it starts up at night, and of course that's when we use the heat the most. These Arizona winter nights can get down into the teens, but usually in the 30s, but that still needs heat. This heater is silent. The second negative to the furnace is that the fan on the furnace draws a lot of power and will draw the batteries down. So
not
this
efficient. Not as efficient.
Gwen is yelling at me. It's not as efficient. Okay, so that's number 3. This is like 99% efficient. 99% of the propane that goes into this turns out to be heat, whereas with the furnace, a whole lot of the heat is blown outside. The reason the furnaces are set up like that is because the chemical reaction for propane, when propane burns, it produces CO2, not CO. You definitely do not want CO, carbon monoxide. And it also produces water, which on a really cold night, if you don't have double pane windows in your RV, you're going to find that water all over your windows in condensation. The second major appliance that uses our propane is the water heater. The water heater is our only source for hot water other than heating the water up here on the stove. And the stove would be number 3 in propane use, because it just simply, we don't use that much propane while we're cooking. This is our first RV to have a residential refrigerator. And before our residential refrigerator, all of our RVs had an RV refrigerator, which when we were off grid would operate on propane. But this refrigerator must have electricity. That meant increasing the amount of solar panels, and a new learning curve for us as we learned how to keep this refrigerator operating 24 hours a day on power.